active Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Read. I'm your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 24 years of service at the time of this timeless recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. You can preview it because there is a link in the description box if you would like to. I am also a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle, a lovely subscription platform. I'm sure you've heard about it, and if you haven't, go check it out, particularly if you are an artistic or creative person in general and looking for a subscription system where you can set your own rates of subscription, your own levels of subscription, the benefits you give to each. I'm digging it over there big time as a mystical artist, a reader, a spiritual teacher, and all that jazz. I stream there every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link, so my patrons chat with me, usually on the couch, doing it from the laptop with a cup of coffee in my bathrobe, talking about the day's astrological weather, the spiritual implications, the magical applications of said astrological weather, and loving it. It's a great way for me to start my day. We always end with a little prayer meditation thing and building a lovely community. So if you're interested in more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that you can just call Mal. Hi. My aqualungs, my aquariums, oh, my 11th housers, you freaks of the zodiac, I love you so much. Shall we? Let's just do this for the new people. If you are new to the channel, I have done chakra reads on this channel before. I did something called Chakra Check during the pandemic. It was too many cards. This is a simpler version. Only 11 cards. I have been doing these readings in different shapes and forms for clients for decades. I started reading tarot when I was 12. I am now 54, like the studio. Yeah, I know, I don't look it. Thanks. Thanks, Mom's DNA and Lancome and Neutrogena. No surgeries, though. Thank you very much. No injectables. I don't like being penetrated in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to do this using 2 tarot decks. Caroline Myss archetype card, just one of them, a chakra reading card to show you a little bit of where your leverage really is and which of the chakras involved, the Whispers of Lord Ganesh oracle, which I'll get to when I get to, and we're going to end with the healing mantra for you. You also get an affirmation with the chakra reading cards. So it's a general read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and it is a timeless read. So, you know, to take that into consideration, that you're watching it when you're supposed to watch it. Yeah, other than that, you know, check your other signs, because obviously your moon sign, more your emotional internal stuff, might be more heart, third eye, crown. Your rising, right, more about the physical world, how you appear, might be more about lower 3 chakras, your relationships in the physical world, right? So could be any of that, all of that, to help you come into alignment so you can heal from the crown chakra, the root chakra up, as well as manifest, incarnate your highest destiny from the 8th chakra down. Cool. I think that's enough explanation, don't you? Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do my best to bring through the clarity, guidance, and grace, love, wisdom, and power that you may be in need of, so that you come into alignment and you heal and you manifest your highest destiny, which helps everybody else do the same, including the planet. Please take a nice deep breath. You know, just so we know what the stakes are, right? Still point. There we go. As I call upon my gods of air, the sign of Aquarius, powers of the East, please, 3 mythic tarot, face down, for the lower 3 chakras, the root, the sacrum, and the solar plexus chakras, working upwards, for their relationships in the physical world, the different powers afforded to each. Let's start with the root chakra. What's going on? Tribal relationships, the power of earth, grounding, manifesting the physical aspects of life. All is one, the sacred truth of the root chakra. Second chakra, one-on-one dynamic, navel to navel, so to speak, money, sex, power, relationship to money, sex, and power, and other people, creativity, second chakra, honor thyself, honor one another, the sacred truth, the second chakra, based on the work of Carolyn Myss, MYSS. She's a PhD. Her book, Anatomy of the Spirit, amazing, life-changing book. Highly recommend it. Solar plexus, their personal power, their relationship to themselves, right? How they see themselves in the world. Their self-esteem as a verb more than a noun, which is connected to their gut intuition, right, in the solar plexus. Their boundaries, their honor code, what they will, what they won't, what they do, what they don't. Honor thyself, not just myself or yourself, but thyself, indicating the divinity in the solar plexus. Let's keep going. Heart, throat, because that's the masculine energy. We do those with the mythic tarot. The feminine energy, the yin dynamic. We use the Daughters of the Moon tarot. Heart, throat, third eye, crown. Please take a nice deep breath. I love what I do. And I do what I love. Still point. Granted, it's a very specific skill. As I call upon my goddesses of air, the sign of Aquarius, powers of the East, please, one card each. Heart, throat, third eye, crown, face down, for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this timeless chakra reading. What's going on in their emotional power? Heart chakra, the sacred truth. Love is divine power. Oh, if it was one, I would have taken it. Please, my goddesses, leave the card in my hand for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this timeless chakra reading. Heart chakra. They're being very specific or very, very stubborn with this. Heart chakra, Aquarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Love is divine power. Leave the right card in my hand. Oh boy, all right. I saw that one. We're keeping it face down until we turn it over in its proper order. Throat chakra, please. So we're going to say that there's maybe a little something going on in the heart chakra there. For the emotional power, for the willpower, the throat chakra. Choices, decisions, mercy, justice, spit, swallow, or chew, the sacred truth. Surrender your will to the divine. What's going on that they need to be aware of? There we go. Throat chakra. Getting lots of kickers here today. I usually don't with this deck. But it's a little humid. It's raining here at the time of this recording. That might be a factor. Third eye, very Aquarian, element of air, being what it is. Ajna, the servant. The mental power, the power to see truth or illusion, but not at the same time. There's work that we all need to do up there in the third eye on a regular basis. The sacred truth, seek only truth, right? We may not always find it, but if we're seeking only truth, then we're always moving forward because there's always a higher truth. What do you got for them, please? My goddesses of air, Aquarius, and the powers of the East. For the Aquarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this timeless read. And finally, well, we're going to do the 8th chakra after this one. The crown chakra, the spiritual power, the 1,000 petals of the lotus, of the violet crown chakra, the satellite dish, their spiritual power, their relationship to the divine in a way transcendent of thought. Because thought's in the third eye. This is direct experience. Spiritually, crown chakra, the sacred truth, live in present time. What's going on in the crown chakra for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? At the time of this recording, this one we're going to turn upright as it hits the table. The Caroline Myss archetype deck, the 8th chakra, is archetypal power, the home of the archetypes. All of these are neutral, no matter what they sound like. They sound wonderful, they're just as toxic. And if they sound horrible, they're just as magnificent. So let's see what the soul power is that you are developing in this chakra system. Think of it as a satellite, beaming down the code to the crown chakra, the satellite dish, and distributing the codes, right? Shifting every chakra's electromagnetic field in terms of what you attract and what you repel to help you do what you need to do. From the chakra point of view, breathe. Still point. And here we go. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the gods, goddesses, the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, Lord Ganesh, the elephant-headed Hindu god of success and prosperity and joy and remover of obstacles, as well as the ascended masters of the General Assembly. Whoever's on the panel today, let's rock and roll, please. One card in clarity, the 8th chakra archetype, the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, most need to be aware of hovering over their head, whether it's here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. If they're dealing with somebody who has this archetype in some way, that's what's going on in a general read. They got to feel that one out for themselves. So please make it clear, make it obvious to them what's going on here. 8th chakra dynamic in this wonderful timeless chakra read. Now I say wonderful because I have the artist archetype lifelong. I was born an artist, a mystical artist, right? So it's not all about, dance and performance art and musical. I love all that stuff. I mean, I do. I dance every day as just part of my own self-care routine. So I'm very, very familiar with this one, and I know a lot of Aquarian artists. You can think of Liz Valentine, painter. Look her up. I love you, Liz, if you're watching. Shout out. The shadow attribute written here represents the challenge, stuff you don't want to look at, or if you are looking at it, you don't want to deal with it, and if you are looking at it and dealing with it, you don't want anybody to know. Oh no, you stay back there, right? The lead, spiritually, in terms of the symbolism of spiritual alchemy. The gold is then the light attribute. 3 more atoms here than here. Lord Ganesh is going to help remove those 3 atoms as obstacles to your light, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses. Now think of that, just beyond the 5 senses. We're talking 8th chakra stuff, crown chakra stuff. Being able to express that into the physical world, inspiring others to see life symbolically, which is what I do as a mystical artist, a tarologist I've been called. I've taught it, right? I've been reading clients for a very, very, very long time. And if you want to book me for a read, there's a link in the description box. I'll mention it again at the end. But certainly the creative family archetype, and you could almost say like the major arcana of the creative family archetype. Just remember, oh, and I will tell you from reading clients, anybody's like, oh, I'm not an artist. Yeah, you are. Everybody has an inner artist, right? It's a way of conveying the inner to the outer. We're going to look at the inner, we're going to look at the outer in a minute or so. But, some people do it through their homes. Some people do it through their cooking. Some people do it through their relationships with people in terms of the creativity and the collaboration that can go on in all sorts of different ways. So try and see this from a different place, as now we're going to work our way down. What's going on in the crown? Which also rhymes. Ooh, the trickster. Coyote woman. Coyote woman in the crown is saying that the gods are playing a little bit of a trick on you right now, but it's probably for your benefit. We'll see what's under this. This is half of the devil card. In other words, the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist deck, does not use patriarchal imagery on the whole. Now, so it took the devil card and split it into oppression, which is, the chains, being oppressed, being held back by fear and all that, and pain. This is, however, the other side of it, shadow work, right? The coyote stalking her own shadow there, right? That there is a trick being played on you. Now, that's the thing. What's in the crown chakra, the spiritual trick. So, how many times have artists been tricked into shit so that they get inspired to do something amazing? I mean, let's face it, as much as I love Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine, there are some songs that have touched me way deeper that have come as a result of an artist healing their own suffering, right? Taking that interior world and putting it out there. And that list is pretty damn near endless at this point in my life, right? Sheryl Crow, Globe Sessions. There we go. There's just one example, right? Anything by Chrissie Hynde and the Pretenders ever, right? So many examples of that, right? So let's see what's going on in the third eye now. Element of air and dominant in the third eye. You're an air sign. A second major arcana card, Temperance. You got to temper the mind, which you are fixed air. You could do that. Yeah, it's going to take some patience and it's going to take some healing. You're really looking at your element of water, which we see here in the card of coming from 1 cup. The emotions as well as the desire, the element of fire, what it is that you really want. That is central in the mind, and to seek only truth on that. Temperance, I'm going to really recommend. I think I say this every time the Temperance card comes up. There are videos on YouTube about tempering metal, refining, antique objects, and what they do to temper metal. Usually, there are lots of different ways. Oh, there's electrolysis. There's all sorts. I'm fascinated by this stuff. I'm not going to be doing it myself. It's fun to watch if you read me here. But they do. They take this rusted, horrible-looking metal, right? Clean it off as best they can. Put it in a furnace until it's white hot, and then douse it in oil. Right? Think of that process symbolically as alchemy in and of itself makes you stronger, makes you unbreakable. So this does take time. Temperance, just like alchemy, takes the same 3 elements: time, pressure, and heat. Like forging a sword. Throat chakra, willpower, good. 3 of Cups. So there is friendly communication. Here. 3 of Cups is usually some kind of emotional bond. Yes, can be seen as friendship, but certainly if this is what's coming out your mouth, out your throat chakra, spit, swallow, or chew, then this does not feel like you are expressing yourself necessarily in a negative way. But also it might say that you only really are communicating to a small group of people. In other words, people you have an emotional bond with, and that's why. Now, I know what this card is. You got the 7 of Cups, which in this deck is called jealousy. And if that's what you're picking up empathically from others, it's a whole other way of interpreting that. But usually what this card is that thing of emotional options. That in your heart, you might very well be feeling out, well, I've got this, and I've got this. I mean, jealousy is a whole other conversation, and I really associate that with the third eye. The third eye has a deadly sin just like all the rest of them do. The 7 deadly sins, crown chakra down to the root. And that's envy, right? That's envy is in the third eye. I didn't write it. St. John of the Cross, St. John of the Divine is one of the. St. John's of West Islip, New York, I don't remember. The 7 of Cups, however, the heart chakra there, the deadly sin is wrath. So if there is wrath here, but yet there is this kind of emotionally bonded communication, throat chakra choices and decisions going on here, for an artist, there may be a lot to unpack there emotionally, hence the tempering of the mind, because in the crown chakra, there's a trick going on. There's something going on. A shadow not being seen, right? Really look to the shadow work here. Using your talent as, I didn't read that part. Using your talent to excuse, sorry, oh God, I just got new contact lenses yesterday. My eyes are still adjusting. Using talent as an excuse, to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. It's a phase. Everybody goes through a starving artist phase, but what are you starving for? It ain't always food. So interesting. Look at the shadow work there. Are you dealing with an artist or an artistic community or an artistic industry, creative industry, you could use that too, that is misusing people? Music industry. Okay. Let's look what's going on in the physical world. Outside looking in at you, inside you looking out at a person, place, of things. Solar plexus, the Fool. So you're ready for a leap of faith in your own personal power, your own self-estimation. Please, self-esteem, thinking of it as a noun just doesn't do any good. We give trophies for it. No, it's a verb. Only you can estimate yourself, right? Like you're going to buy a house, you're going to buy a car, whatever. You want a healthy, clear, clean estimation of what it is worth, right? So this is a jumping off into your own personal power, maybe going your own way, but a leap of faith nonetheless. I think your solar plexus will tell you straight up, now it feels right, now it doesn't feel right. Pay attention. Second chakra. We've got the death card. Okay, so there is a transformation going on in your second chakra dynamic. Think a one-on-one relationship to another person, right? Going to the ashes to rise from, again, alchemy, shadow work, sort of implied here, as well as maybe a relationship with money, with sex, with creativity. Really look into Svadhisthana. Sahasrara is the crown. Svadhisthana is the Sanskrit for the second chakra, one's secret abode among other translations of Sanskrit. And that's, here, if I look at the gods on the table here in the mythic tarot, you got Dionysus jumping off the cliff because he's good to go. He's like, wow, where's the party? Where's the party? And then you got Lord Hades, who's lovely. He's not a murderer. He's the ender of suffering, right? He's the transition god, the god of transformation, all that Pluto energy. So definitely your second chakra is going through a total transformation. And in your root chakra, sure enough, the two of wands. What do I want? I don't know what I want. I want to do that. I want to do that. Jason and the Argonauts standing outside of Chiron's cave, right? Deciding whether or not to take the hero's call of the quest for the golden fleece. So you're at a crossroads in the physical world. But it's a choice. It doesn't feel like a life-changing decision. But it is an opportunity for you to really, really take a leap of faith in terms of your own gut, regardless of what anybody else is saying. But man, keep an eye on those emotions, right? You got to temper that. Your element of what? Well, because if we look at your element of water and your element of fire, here indicated in the Temperance card in the third eye, really contemplate the fire of my throat chakra, really wanting to communicate and have a good time and do this in an emotionally bonded way, while really feeling what my options are. Every chakra has its own voice of intuition. Heart chakra, really, to me, it goes, love or fear, just telling me where I am at personally in this. So balancing that, right, to be authentic and to express that how you want to express it as an artist. This makes a lot of sense. Okay, good. Let's go. We got 3 more to go. Like I said, the chakra reading cards, Rachel or Rochelle, R-A-C-H-E-L-L-E, Charman, C-H-A-R-M-A-N, Rockpool Publishing, the chakra reading cards. We're just going to get one to highlight which of these is probably the best one to start with or the one to focus on. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved, which, yes, if there are other people involved in this, as we're seeing with that 3 of Cups possibly, although I have to say, in your physical world, they're all singular characters, right? Dionysus coming out of the cave, jumping off the cliff. Well, Hades there, but with the people around them, essentially dying. And the 2 of Wands there with Jason, but with Chiron back. There are definitely 3 major characters there. So this might be really solo for you on the outer. But it does feel like the choices and the decisions involve other people and their emotional bonds. Let's see. Breathe. Still point. So call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. We got the artist in the 8th chakra. So please, one card in clarity. What chakra should they focus on? This deck does the chakra underneath the earth, which is not represented in this, but if that comes up, that comes up. But it certainly does do that 8th chakra as well, so please, higher selves. The perfect card, right? The perfect chakra, the perfect information, the perfect chakra reading for them with the perfect affirmation to help them bring this into alignment in this timeless chakra read. Second chakra. No, maybe that's root chakra, balance. Yeah, it's red. That's red. And that's the sign of the Tao, the yin and the yang. Tao without name. So we're going to put that here. Well, and 2s are numbers, regardless of the element. 2s are numbers of balance and juggling in some way, shape, or form. And really, honestly, you might be juggling not just what you want, but why you want it. Which, the what you want is the caboose. The why you want it is the engine, is the motivation or the inspiration. All right, let's read it. Card number 6. Yeah, card number 6 is balance. Oh, we opened right to it. Oh, ding, 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 ding. The lighting in here, I have a choice. I can either see this clearly with my new contact lenses or and be in bad lighting or be in good lighting and use this. I think we know what we're going to do. Card number 6, balance, the base, what I call the root chakra. Shekinah. Oh, that's, see, that's going back and forth between spiritual systems. Why can't I remember the name of the root chakra? It'll come to me. You have called this card into your awareness today as an indication that balance is required somewhere in your life. I mean, whose does it? Mastering balance is certainly a work in progress and a powerful master key to a more harmonious and enjoyable life. We live in a physical world of polarity with day and night, hot and cold, yes and no, in and out, up and down, wrong and right, left and right. Katy Perry does. And the forces of nature are constantly working towards a state of balance in everything. Living a life of balance is the ultimate goal. All right, the ultimate goal, living a life in balance. When you can walk your path with no judgment and realize that everything has an opposite, life becomes less stressful and flows with ease and grace. You may have been feeling out of whack as of late, which is part of the creative process for regardless of what the art form is, acknowledged or not. Right? It's more about process than product on that level. Or what requires a little more attention. If you've been putting too much energy and effort into something and feeling stuck, then it's time to let go and allow the natural flow of balance to take place. If you have been ignoring something and not giving it the attention it requires, now is the time to give it some love, care, and focus. It could be thoughts in your head, which again, we do have that temperance there. That does make sense. Relationships, work, family, or a new project you are working on. Once you find where the balance is required, take the action and positive steps to allow the natural flow to occur. And maybe you do that through a private art form. Right, journaling, interpretive dance, right, whatever, fire eating, you do you. It's time to let go and stop pushing or trying too hard. Surrender and allow balance to bless your life. This card can also indicate that a balance may already be present and you have been taking the right steps to allow it to flow into your world. I guess they're covering all their bases. The affirmation, I am balanced in all aspects of my life. And look, the whole point of affirmations, if you're going to do them, are mantras. Of course, it don't seem that way the first time you say it. But it's really, you're affirming something that is a truth from perhaps the soul's point of view, not the ego or the personality or the higher self's point of view. So that is where the card comes from. So, balance. Oui, Monsieur de Balance. Let's talk about Lord Ganesh, shall we? I have an affinity with all sorts of different gods and goddesses from different pantheons, and essentially a non-dualist witch. There you go. Course in Miracles background. It's all one light, infinite lenses. It's all about truth and love at the end, beginning, middle, and end, alpha and omega. So I love working with Lord Ganesh. Hindu, I should say. Hindu god, elephant-headed, really well known in the West for remover of obstacles, but there's so much more there. One of the cards in this deck says that if you take the symbol for Om and turn it upside down, it's the perfect profile of Ganesh. And it is. I was like, oh wow, neat. So again, 3 more atoms in lead than gold. So we're thinking of those symbolically as obstacles, things to be released, which was also being talked about there in balance, in the card of balance in the root chakra. Let's see what the info is for you. I love doing this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Talk about an energy that resonates. Beloved Lord Ganesh, I call upon you, please, 1 card in clarity for the Aquarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is your guidance? your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle to help remove the obstacles in the way for the Aquarians watching this video, receiving this reading, so that they can express a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses and inspiring others to live life symbolically, dealing with the trickster, the coyote woman in the crown, temperance in the third eye, Three of Cups bonding in the throat, Seven of Cups, emotional options, but also that word jealousy might be in there too for some people in a general read, to really look at that and be honest about that, because they got the Fool in the solar plexus, a whole new leaping off here, leap of faith while going through a death transformation on the second chakra level, money, sex, and power. With that Two of Wands, not quite sure what they want, let alone what to do, what choices to make here. But with that chakra insight reading of balance, please, what do you got for them? Your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle for the Aquarian Collective in this Timeless Chakra Read. There it is! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's the card. I was just talking about divine support. Holy crap. There it is! Ha 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 ha. That's why these are my skills. Here, seriously, here's my skill. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. Not just knowledge, wisdom. I've been dealing with clients the majority of my life. Second of all, the gods leave the right cards in my hand. It's just our agreement. For some reason, I'm under vows for that, and that's part of the package deal. And I'm the fun one, and I have nice hair. So, there. That's why you should be following me on YouTube and on Patreon. I dig it. I hope that made you laugh. That lit up my heart, and it really needed to be lit up in that particular color and shade of Lord Ganesh. Card number 48. I think this might be the last card in the deck. Let's just see. 48. No, there are a few more after that. I just love this card so much. Please take a nice deep breath. Breathe this in. Card number 48, Divine Support. Om, spelled A-U-M, is a powerful tool for bringing focus and awareness to a deeper meaning of life. Not the reasons why things happen, but to experience a deeper meaning of life. Ganesh is strongly connected to the mystical syllable Om, A-U-M, sometimes written O-M. The sacred Om is the most important universal symbol of the divine presence in Hinduism. It is held to be the cosmic sound which was generated when the world first came into existence, because it's the entire spectrum of largest all the way down to the closed mouth. I've studied that stuff, and there's no place like it. Jesus. The written form of this divine symbol, when reversed, gives a flawless outline of Ganesh. The use of the Om sound is one way to help you connect to the divine support available to you now. Ganesh is ready to share his wisdom, knowledge, and guidance that is innate within his being. You now have the opportunity to cultivate a closer relationship with Ganesh or with any ascended master or divine being that resonates with you, because they have to cover their ass legally, I'm sure. And what is this? Blue Angel Publishing. I love you, Angela Hartfield. Drawing on divine support facilitates a greater connection to your divine voice, artist, which can be a source of inspiration and great wisdom in terms of uncertainty, Two of Wands in the root chakra, or challenge. Ganesh's desire is to assist you on your life path. Know that he is guiding you away from fear, distress, and anguish, and towards the light and love at the center of your being. The same light and love which resonates through the vast universe and which is contained within the natural sound of Om. Consider chanting this tone or listening to a recording of Om and bring about the energetic shift that is needed at this time. And you know, it's really easy on YouTube. Just put AUM binaural beats and you will get 10 billion videos to watch. With black screens, you can sleep with it going on. Trust me, I'm a binaural beats devotee. I don't like using the word fan because it's short for fanatic. Guys, you got the artist of divine support. I mean, calm down. Very Michelangelo, the Renaissance artist, not the Ninja Turtle. Really, really, really digging that there. Right? Hey God, keep in touch. Am I doing that the right way? No, it's this way. Hey God, keep in touch. Drink. Sistine Chapel much. White courtesy telephone. We have got one more card to hit the table. A healing mantra. The Matt Kahn healing mantra. If it's a Mark Angelo Lyons read for the past 3 years, chances are it's somewhere. There's a Matt Kahn healing mantra card. The mantra to help you bring this all together, like I said in the original thing, the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly. But I'm going to say the Ascended Masters of Creativity, because we've got a creative family archetype. Please take a nice deep breath. Even if you're dealing with an artist and you don't consider yourself one, still point. Here we go. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Creativity, taking it from the 8th chakra all the way down into the root chakra, from inspiration into manifestation, please. One card in clarity for the Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, that it may be a blessing on them, help them, a mantra to get them through little by little by little, thought by thought, fixed air, Aquarius, like they fix their mind on that, to help them heal and alchemize this artist archetype from lead to gold with shadow work in the crown chakra, a trick being played, perhaps the coyote woman, the trickster, with temperance in the third eye. It makes sense for an air sign to really bring that into harmony and balance, but it do take time. It takes time, heat, and pressure. There's definitely an alchemical aspect to this reading. 3 cups in the throat chakra, which might very well be an emotionally bonded or a safe space communication, but it does feel like it's more than with one other person, although if it was the 2 of cups, that would have had a romantic context, so maybe that is talking kind of an emotional bond there. But with what's going on in the heart, maybe there is something a little tremulous, a little like that going on in the heart chakra. Very much that noise going on in the heart chakra, with the emotional options available to them and not knowing which one to pick, which makes sense for the 2 of Wands, but we'll get there, because they do have the Fool in the solar plexus. There is a leap of faith required here, but they get to choose when they want to jump, if at all, free will and all. And with the Death card in the 2nd chakra, big transformation, death and rebirth going on. Money, sex, power, creativity seems to be the through line here, is creativity. With the 2 of Wands, not sure which way to go, whether they even want to do this, what they want, or why they want it highlighted, with that chakra read of balance, with Lord Ganesh offering his divine support for their asking. Please, the perfect healing mantra. Put it all together for the Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this Timeless Chakra Read. Activating the third eye. Neener. Oh my God, I love it. Activating the third eye. I am willing, throat chakra, to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. We all make conclusions. They are often wrong. Be honest. They are often off. And that's why, getting readings just gets you more information. It's what your third eye and your energy system does with it, right? That's why I don't trust readers that make absolute predictions. I'm like, honey, quantum timelines. You can blink your eyes and jump. Activating the third eye. I am willing to see, third eye, right, beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. And when I first got this deck, I remembered that by Bic, beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, like the lighters and the pens. As your third eye opens, you are able to notice how each moment is a catalyst for your ever-expanding soul. Yeah, maybe not the pleasure of your ego. Right? Maybe not the comfort of your personality, but a catalyst for your ever-expanding soul. Through your third eye, you'll be able to more clearly see the lessons each moment offers. But what do you need to do that? Be willing, right, to see beyond your Bic. B-I-C. Allowing every encounter to help you become an even more radiant expression of your highest potential. This mantra is ideal for dissolving personal judgments of yourself, personal as well as of others, developing more patience, and tempering inner conflict. You're welcome. I'm going to put it together for you in a blessimation. It's a combination of a blessing and a summation. I do it in all my readings, but we named it on Patreon So this would definitely be an artist activating the third eye with divine support and balance, if that can make all of that fit in the in the title bar. Please take a nice deep breath. Stick around after if you like. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, that they may be blessed with all that they need to align and heal and balance their energy system, their chakra system, so they can express a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically and to really look at what's going on in that crown chakra in terms of their beliefs. They might have believed something that was never true, but that was absolutely necessary. It might have been true at the time, but that doesn't mean it's the truth. Perception is not always reality. In fact, it rarely is, and that's why activating the third eye with Temperance, to bring it into balance, to take the time, to take the healing, to really look into not just what they want, their element of fire, which needs air, but also their element of water, what they feel, which H2O is partially air, right? Condensed. So that they can really make the friendlier decisions here, the more emotionally bonded, more bonding people together, that friendly, maybe even that celebratory expression in conversations of this life experience beyond the five senses, though there is this tremulous vibe going on in the heart chakra for them, all over the place, for them to process that through, which is just part of the creative experience, certainly, but they have the personal power, or at least a leap of faith involved in that personal power, to really trust in their own power, trust in their own solar plexus to carry them through this, at least in terms of navigating through the physical world of what's part of their honor code and what isn't, what are their boundaries on that, because there is a second chakra transformation. And by the way, Hades, Lord of wealth, God of the underworld, wealthiest god of them all, because he's got all them gems and minerals and oil, and up from the ground came a bubbling crude stuff, you know, the wealthiest god. You should see the palace of Hades and Persephone, because when you die at the palace, you really die at the palace. Thank you, Mel Brooks. I love you. At this crossroads in their life, right? But it's a choice. They don't have to make this great, big, huge, grandiose decision. It would have been another card. Two of Wands is them really assessing physically what they want and why they want it, and how to bring that into balance with the divine support of the Om, the grace of beloved Lord Ganesh, so that they can really activate their third eye, being willing. All they have to do, little by little, is be willing to see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. And may they be blessed with all that they need to do that, so that they can create a better world for themselves, a better energy system for themselves, little by little, step by step, bit by bit. And that surely is a blessing for everyone in their life, and for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So might be. So it is. It's a good read. It makes sense. Very chunk. That makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense. So did you like it? Hit the thumbs up. Help the other aquariums find it, particularly in terms of their creativity. You freaks, I love you so much. Want more of me here on YouTube? By all means, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, though, because I'm putting these out when they're ready, and sometimes I schedule them depending on my workload. Doing the best I can, taking clients from around the world, and of course, playing over on Patreon. I love it over there. You want every day? Really, $5 a month USD. Gets you a whole lot. That's my lowest tier of subscription. It's called Human. Right? Go check it out. Check the link. And you can always change your levels of subscription as you go, and I'm taking it big time. Other than that, like I said, if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link in the description box. It's called Booking a Reading with Mel. Explains it all for you, what I charge, how we do it, how to prepare, and even what to do for the 2 days afterwards, just to help you get through it. I think it's safe to say it explains it all for you, just like Clarissa. Thank you so much for watching, my beloved Aqualungs, my beloved Aquariums. Hang in there, bring this into alignment, and really, the divine support is there, but you may not be receiving it the way you think you are. There's a trick being played. I love you. Please comment, and hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.